Now he's bulldozing through sports talk with that same championship intensity. Joining him is his son, Xavier, a savant of football knowledge and statistical insight. He's your go-to source for the latest recruiting news and insider updates from across the Bama Nation. And Simeon, the thinker and contemplator, bringing you insight and knowledge that is logical, thoughtful, and on point. Together, they deliver fair and balanced analysis from an insider's perspective with real conversations where the callers, the listeners, and the online maniacs get in on the action by sharing their thoughts, their comment, and their reaction. Join our online maniacs at facebook.com/The Martin Houston Show. You're listening to Tide 100.9 and 1230 WTBC. It's time for kickoff. So buckle up and get ready, because this is the sound of Bama sports. The Martin Houston Show with Martin, Xavier, and Simeon is live. Roll, Tide, roll!
Roll, Tide, roll. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is a hump day edition of the program. We're live. Ready to get things rolling right here on your home for Alabama sports. Tide 100.9 and 1230 AM WTBC. Get in on the conversation, maniacs. You can do that by jumping in on the Empowerment Training and Consulting Hotline, 205-342-9904, 205-342-9904. Or, maniacs, you can always add your thoughts, your comments, and your reactions to the live stream. We got a full show lined up for you, of course. One of the fun things we're going to do today, question of the day. We'll ask this several times. We're not going to answer it in the first quarter. We'll give you guys a chance to respond, and then we'll work that into the conversation. How did you become a Bama fan? I notice our network continues to expand, Simeon, and we have people tuning in from all over, not the state, but all over the country and around the world. We haven't had any of those. I haven't talked to in a while, but Sim, we used to have someone that jumped in from, when they say across the pond, he was from Liverpool, and he used to be in occasionally, especially when I was doing the instant replay where I may need to bring that back. I may need to bring the instant replay back. Instant replay was one of the first shows I did where we would immediately go live following the ball game and have instant reaction, man. I mean, it was fun unless we lost. One of those was the Ole Miss game. Saban's first loss. Ooh, that was rough. So, oh man, that'll be a lot of fun. So, but yeah, guys, how did you become a Bama fan? And when you answer that, if you call us up, answer the question and tell us where you're from, where you follow the Crimson Tide from, and just kind of get a good feel of where all we're reaching right now. Now, what Simeon and I are going to talk about this morning, and we invite you to get in on the conversation, is we're going to throw a little would you rather at you this morning. All right? So y'all ready? Would you rather on this Hump Day edition? And the would you rather question that we're going to address to start off with is you're going to have the first matchup is going to be you're going to have two offensive players and two defensive players, okay? The two offensive players is Jackson Lloyd and Michael Carroll, okay? Now what you're going to have to do is I'm going to give you Jackson Lloyd and Michael Carroll, or you can have Bray Hubbard and Xavier Brown. But you can't have both of them, okay? So would you rather go into this season with Michael Carroll, Jackson Lloyd, the anchors of your offensive line that was dismal last year, or the anchors of your defense, which are probably 2 first-round draft picks. But here's the key. Whichever one you choose, you have to drop one of the other guys. So say you say, I want Michael Carroll and Jackson Lloyd. You have to then drop Bray Hubbard or Xavier Brown. Woo! That's tough stuff right there. So you got that. That's your would you rather. And then after we talk through that, based on how things are going, we might even throw a quarterback room versus one of these, or Ryan Williams and Elijah Brooks against one of. Now you see how critical health is and depth is on a football team. And why some people have concerns with going to 2014 playoff, having more playoff games, and will coaches start resting guys in the regular season? And Jacob Powell said that's a messed up would you rather. Hey, we want to make it fun, man. So remember, this morning, be thinking, how did you become a Bama fan? And we're going to run that kind of underline for the next couple of days, maybe even through Wild Card Friday. So if you don't get your answer in today, think about it. Some of y'all may be, hey Simeon, we're gonna get some answers like folks. Well, when did you get saved? I don't know, man. I always been saved. We're gonna have some Bama fans be like, what are you talking about? Is there another fan? Is there another way? Alabama is the way to, not quite the truth, but my life, right? So, oh man, so there we go. We already got one response to the would you rather, but we're going to keep that going. Remember that this is a day that the Lord has made, so let's rejoice and be glad in it. Take some time today to notice someone, love someone, serve someone, be the difference you want to see in the world today. All right. Hey, Chase, you got to jump in on this as well. We'll throw Chase out there to the dogs this morning, Simeon, as well. But, hey, let's just talk about that a little bit. That's a pretty tough would you rather. Are those 4 people outside of the quarterback room, or maybe even with the quarterback room, are those 4 guys the most important 4 guys on the team this year?
They're probably
top
top 7 on the team.
Who would be more important as you think than those 4?
Whoever the quarterback is, so that's 5. I think that person could be more important, and then maybe
watch this. But if you had to trade 2 of those for just one quarterback, you got the other guy. Like, you got options. You remember you were talking about your thing is you said that, hey man, if you compare me, I'll just drop one of the quarterbacks because I feel like I got 2 guys. So
exactly, just one quarterback might be more important. Not both of them, just one of them. I think could be more important than those 4. You don't think so?
Yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is, so is the quarterback room more important than this? You may say, yeah, if we lose one of the guys, but if we got both of them, where do those? Like, if you were to take the 2 quarterbacks, the 2 linemen, and the 2 DBs, you got the quarterbacks third, right? Because you got 2 of those guys, and only one of them going to play. I'm just asking.
Maybe. Maybe I think we might need to see them against Eastern Carolina to answer that question fully. Because you remember Florida State last year, Bray Hubbard was not. He would have not been in this conversation if the season stopped right there. He would have not been in any type of conversation.
Isn't that crazy? That guy went from just wow. That Bray was so bad in that game. He may have the greatest in-season turnaround ever. Like if the NFL were, if think about this, if you were to drop a time capsule and you had to make it on that day, people would be like, how did Bray Hubbard ever get on the field at Alabama? And the dude may end up being a first-round draft pick. So right now, Samuel Pittner says keep Bray and Brown, drop Lloyd. Dang, he's dropping Lloyd over Carroll. That's an interesting take. Jacob Powell also said I'll go with Hubbard and Brown. We saw how far we went with a messed up line last year. As long as we get the QB play from last year, I guess that's the question. Do you think, how bad would this offensive line be if you drop Lloyd and Carroll?
Both of them?
Yes.
Probably worse than last year.
Say which guy he was going to drop, though, right? Which guy you going to drop, Jacob? Talk to me. He said, Samuel said, you made us do this. Let that sink in for a second. If you drop Carroll or Lloyd or both,
If you do both, I think it's worse than last year. But I think we have never seen Lloyd in real deal consistency. I know he was the extra lineman sometimes when they would do a 6 lineman or whatever. But when you're the left tackle day in, day out against, Florida, Texas A&M, all those things, we haven't seen that yet. So I think that's why they're probably feeling, and I feel the same way, more comfortable with dropping Lloyd, because they're talking about him like he's a all-world talent, first-round draft pick, but he hasn't had the opportunity to prove himself yet.
We just saw a guy go in the first round that we questioned the whole time he was here. So
you talking about Caden Proctor?
Yeah, I mean, the guy we were still saying.
I think he's at least that good. I said I think I would feel comfortable saying he's at least that good.
All right, we're going to keep the conversation going on the other side. It's an interesting dilemma. Who you dropping? Would you rather have Xavier Brown and Hubbard or Lloyd and Carroll? And then you only get to keep one of the other guys. We'll continue to break it down right here on the Mark the Houston Show with Martin and Xavier and Simeon. Don't forget to support our sponsors, Dixie Battery Supply. Dixie Battery Supply, supplying all of your battery needs. If you have a device, vehicle that needs to be powered, they can assist you. And hey, listen, if your budget's kind of tight, with a lot of us are feeling the pinch of the economy right now, they have reconditioned batteries that will get you powered for several years down the road. That's Dixie Battery Supply. They sell conditioned batteries, buy junk batteries, and have great brands, brand new. Whatever you need powered, Dixie Battery Supply can take care of it. Never feel powerless again. DixieBatterySupply.com.
Tide 100.9 traffic.
Tuscaloosa traffic now from the Townsend Nissan Traffic Center. A very good morning to you on your wonderful Hump Day Wednesday. We're moving along and starting out nice and quiet. On 2059, you are smooth sailing in between Buttermilk and Joe Malisham, and even beyond that. Lurleen Wallace also wide open and green for go from 15th Street to McFarland. Not seeing any hangups with your Tuscaloosa traffic now. Tammy Thomas.
This report is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need. Why pay full price when you can customize and save? Switch to Liberty Mutual, and they'll customize your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. For more info, visit libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
With Taco Casa, it's not really fast food because it's made fresh every day in the store. The quality hasn't changed. The consistency hasn't changed because we haven't changed anything in the food. It's made fresh every morning in every restaurant. I think buzzwords in today's food industry are locally sourced and high quality ingredients. We want to say, that sounds great. We've been doing that since 1974.
Under the biggest cactus in town, Taco Casa.
The Venue, your new favorite Tuscaloosa hangout, food, music, and more. Come and taste what's new at The Venue, whether it's Liza's Sweet Shop, whether it's the all-day breakfast and burgers from Ramajama's, or the quality food that you can get at Finish Pub. Great atmosphere, great time, great people, great environment. That's The Venue. You can find them online at thevenuetuscaloosa.com, located off of Watermelon Road, just past Sokol Park. That's The Venue, Tuscaloosa's new favorite hangout. Make it yours.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Hey, I'm Martin Houston, and I want to tell you about exciting news happening at Box Eye Care. They've moved to their new location, bringing you a brand new lab, stylish new frames, and a fresh look just for you. Enjoy their expanded frame inventory, competitive prices, and faster service, all with the same great level of service you've come to know and trust. Discover this full-service eye care at Box Eye Care's new location. With their in-house lab, they offer unbeatable value and one of the largest frame collections in town. Schedule your eye exam today and walk out with new glasses in less than an hour in most cases. Visit boxeyecare.com. That's boxeyecare.com, or call 205-342-0660. That's 205-342-0660. Visit them at 5003 Oscar Baxter Drive. That's Box Eye Care. Your vision, our priority.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
Here's your Tuscaloosa and West Alabama forecast. Warm and sticky here right on through the end of the week. Scattered showers and storms are going to plague the forecast each day. Better coverage of rain and thunderstorms as we move through tomorrow and Friday. Clouds here today with a chance of showers and storms. 87, 68 the low tonight. Scattered thunderstorms for tomorrow with a high 86 and 83 on Friday with numerous showers and storms in the forecast. Richard Wedding of the Weather Channel for Town Square Media, Tuscaloosa.
It's 70 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Interact with the Martin Houston Show by calling us at 205-342-9904 or tuning into the Martin Houston Show on Facebook.
Good morning. The question of the day is, how did you become a Bama fan? We're going to run that for a few days. That's kind of underlining. We got a couple responses already. But we're doing a Would You Rather, Simeon, and we'll wrap up this Would You Rather in this segment, and then we'll answer a couple of the and highlight a couple of the how do you become a Bama fan, and tell us where you're listening from, where you're tuning in from when you answer that question. So some interesting thoughts there. I can't wait to talk to Jacob Powell. I'm gonna go ahead and tease Jacob Powell. Jacob, did your family? You have any family from the T.R. Miller, Bruton, Alabama crew? T.R. Miller broke my heart as we lost a state championship to them Jokers, man. And he said that's where some of his family's from. And And so we'll break that down. But how did you become a Bama fan? Where you listening to us from? We're going to break that down. All right, back to the would you rather. Would you rather have Michael Carroll and Lloyd or Simeon and Chase, Bray Hubbard and Xavier and Brown? And then you have to drop one of the other guys. And then when you answer that question, I'm going to go another way. I'm going to make you drop both of them. See if that changes your answer.
I'm still gonna go with I'm keeping Hubbard and Brown, and I'm dropping Lloyd. I am. I'm going with I'm going with what I've seen.
You got a bird. You got a bird in your hand, huh?
I've seen production out of those three.
You know what that means? A bird in the hand. It means that it's like it's bird in the hand is better than two in the bush, right? like you have one bird right here, but you give up that because it might be two over there.
Yeah.
So you're saying that you know what Hubbard and Brown are going to bring to the table.
I know what Hubbard, Brown, and Carroll can bring to the table.
So you're getting rid of the highest drafted, the guy that's going to be the highest drafted of all four of these guys.
Probably. Yeah, because that's like people saying with Keelan Russell. People have already done Keelan Russell the next Bryce Young Tua of Alabama football, and he hadn't done anything yet except throw in practice.
All right, hey Chase, who you got, man?
Man, Simeon is speaking my language, man. He's speaking the gospel. I gotta agree with him 100%.
Okay, so here's. Can I take the other side and then tell you which way I would go?
Go ahead.
Let me see, Simeon, if I could maybe change your mind. Right now, what's our deepest position?
Deepest is the DB room.
Right.
For sure.
Experience-wise, talent-wise, like production-wise, it's clearly our DB room, right?
Right.
I mean, you got Xavier and Brown, you got Bray Hubbard, you got Dre Kirkpatrick, you got Zijon Lee Jr., you have Xavier Mincy, you have Red Morgan, you have Keon Sabb. That's just the dudes that's played. Then you have guys like Jira Edwards and Ivan Taylor, and you know, there's some dogs coming along in even in in the young guys. I mean,
I hear you.
So if you were to lose one of those two guys, I think you could replace them to some degree.
And the drop-off not be as far.
The drop-off not be that big a deal. You take away Carroll, and now you have zero SEC experience from an prior Alabama side. Nobody played Alabama. So now you're looking at your O-line being James, Sanders, Delgatti, Fields or Waldrop, and Lloyd. Okay? That's not totally bad. I think Will Sanders is legit. I think you still have really good guard play with Will Sanders at that point. Okay? And Will may not have started any games, but he has some reps under his belt. You fool around and put Carroll back in there at guard, and now you take Lloyd away. That left tackle, man. That quarterback blindside.
That's just because nobody else has gotten an opportunity to to even. I mean, Grubb gave it to him on like the second day of practice. So he's been, of course, that's the only left tackle we think that's any good. Because it just.
So who? All right. So do you think the drop off is greater?
Well, apparently.
Watch this. Let me ask you this way: do you think the drop off is greater if you lost both Bray and Brown, and just lost one of the offensive linemen? Do you think our defense drops further than our offense without Carroll or Lloyd? See, that's what you have to start.
I think it's kind of close to the same drop off, but saying that means that the offensive line is like the drop off is greater still on the offensive line side. But that's just from what we've been communicated with from the outside, because they just gave him they just gave Lloyd, and I know Carroll was going to be a starter, but everybody else has had to fight for their spot. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I personally would take the two offensive linemen because I think that's going to be. I think if we don't have those two guys, I think this offensive line thing is going to be scary without those two.
I agree.
I'm sold on Lloyd. Simeon.
You've seen him though. You've seen him. Yeah, you've seen him.
I saw him up close and personal. He's gonna win some battles just because he showed up. He's long, he's lean, he's athletic, and he got a little meanness to him. He got some of that. He got a little. I'm not gonna say he has a lot because he's young, but he got some of that Dickerson in him. I think Carroll has some Dickerson in him. And I don't think you can replace those two guys with any of the guys that's behind them from what they bring to the table. I don't think that Jared Edwards or, Dijon or whatever may be at the Xavier and Brown level, but Xavier and Brown was playing winning football as a freshman. And I think the guys who would be behind him are better than he was as a freshman, not as good as he was last year. I just think you can recover from the DBs. That's the only reason I would say that. So now
it's just sometimes the DB room. It's just sometimes the DB room. If your eyes aren't right, it can just be very glaring sometimes. But same with offensive line, you get pump fake.
When they get beat, it's 6. when a lineman get beat, you punt it.
You punt it. The quarterback can escape, potentially break a tackle. There's a little bit more variance. But if a DB gets beat on the play,
real quick, if you had to give up both, if you had to give up Jackson and Brown or Lloyd and Carroll, does it change your answer? You don't get to keep either offensive lineman. You don't get to keep either DB.
I'll probably go with the offensive line.
All right. We're gonna just throw this in there as a quick tease. What about quarterback room? If you could only have you get to keep those two linemen, and you have to get rid of one of the quarterbacks, which guy you getting rid of? I'm wrong, right? You don't have to answer it. I'm gonna let you settle.
Y'all already know.
You want to answer it because we know you're a Matt guy, but now you got to get rid of one of them.
Yeah.
You gonna keep Matt? Get rid of Russell? No, you ain't.
Yeah.
Looking at you. You
Austin
trying.
Matt is.
Simeon, you're trying to say yes, And instead of your head doing this, you're just moving your whole body. You're scared to say yes, man.
I'm picking on the radio. I'm picking Austin Mack. If I had to choose one of them and one of them left right now, I wouldn't be on the team anymore. I'm choosing Austin Mack.
Y'all maniacs, call him out. Call him out. He said, now, if you told me one was going to leave, I'd probably have to
age does age matter?
It's the fact that I still have Russell for at least 3 years.
You can have Mac for 2.
Yeah.
This year next, it's fine.
I think one guy's ready to start in front of the other one, but I think one guy will be better than the other one 2 years from now.
We're not that's one of them's gonna be in the NFL starting somewhere.
Both of them could be starting in the NFL 2 years from now. Alabama could literally have 3 one-year starters go and start in the NFL in back-to-back seasons. That's crazy. We're going to come back on the other side and answer the question of the day. How did you become a Bama fan? We're going to share some of the thoughts and comments from our maniacs. You listen to the Mark Hughes Show with Mark, Xavier, and Simeon.
Tide 100.9 traffic.
Tuscaloosa traffic now from the Townsend Nissan Traffic Center. A very good morning to you on your wonderful Hump Day Wednesday. We're moving along and starting out nice and quiet. On 2059, you are smooth sailing in between Buttermilk and Joe Malisham, and even beyond that. Lurleen Wallace also wide open and green for go from 15th Street to McFarland. Not seeing any hang-ups. With your Tuscaloosa traffic now, Tammy Thomas.
Hey, I'm Richard Adams with Adams Services. The air your family breathes passes through your home's duct system multiple times per day. Corroded, leaking, or dirty ductwork wastes energy as well as diminished comfort and degrades indoor air quality. It's a threat to both your health and your budget. Exactly why you should call your local experts at Adams Services for our complete range of duct services, 205-339-6540 or at adamssvcs.com. Adams Services.
You love your land, and you have plans for it. During Kubota's Orange Days, you'll love the great deals on their versatile lineup, helping you turn dreams into reality. Visit your Kubota dealer, Tuscaloosa Tractor, today for the best deals of the year. Now through June 30th, 0% financing available, or save up to $5,500 off select compact tractors. Sell in soon. Stop by Tuscaloosa Tractor at 3921 Skyland Boulevard East or go to Kubota.com.
What does it mean to advertise and do your marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa? Melissa started her business in 2014. What would you say to someone considering Town Square Media Tuscaloosa?
My experience with Town Square Media has been awesome, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. I think that this is the first time in my marketing experience that I've been able to see my return on investment. I would definitely say in the past that has not been the case. In this, I like knowing that that's 100%. A lot of the marketing we've done has been radio. You guys have so much more to offer than that, whether it's, websites from targeted marketing to radio. You are kind of a one-stop shop, and it makes doing marketing so much easier. So I would definitely recommend it.
For more info on marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa, call 205-345-7200 or click on Advertise with Us on our website.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each. $30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Keep it locked into Tide 100.9 for more of the Martin Houston Show with Martin Houston and X's and O's Sports Xavier Houston.
Good morning. Welcome back into the Martin Houston Show. Hey, remember, if you're out there and your organization is not healthy, you're not getting championship performance, you're missing the mark because execution a little off, then you need to hire Empowerment Training and Consulting. We can help you get your organization healthy and restore championship performance and sustainable execution. We have several ways to do that, but we have a master structure called TALK, talent optimization, alignment, especially of your team, your vision, and your goals, and also leadership development and culture transformation. So, hey, let's talk about it. Let's talk about championship performance and sustainable execution, which equals organizational health. Go to CoachMartinHouston.org, CoachMartinHouston.org to learn more. And hey, listen, if you're out there trying to develop your avatar, you're like Saban had avatars, Simeon, when he recruited. If your business doesn't have an avatar, you need one. Your non-negotiables, we can also help you with that as well. And we do that through our Maxwell method of DISC, various full suite of DISC assessments to help you benchmark and create that avatar. So that's Martin Houston, CoachMartinHouston.com. All right, Sam. We got a few good ones here. Before we get into that, Lisa Rawls, Lisa Rawls know football better than all y'all. Because she said, impossible. Impossible. Would you rather? But keeping O-line, Jackson, and Lloyd and dropping Hubbard. Why? Depth at safety and DB. You go, Lisa. You tell them. That's it, right? But hey, Simeon, we need some of Lisa's energy. I asked, why did she become a Bama fan? So she won me over this morning. So that's why I said she know football better than all y'all. She won me over. She's calling in from Salt Lake City. Okay. Mountain time, I think, is what she said. It's 5:00 out there. Roll Tide, right? She said became a Bama fan in 1991 when her husband started law school. We were at Natty at the Sugar Bowl versus Miami. Yep, Martin, the Stallings era was our first Tide experience converted. That's what I'm talking about. Roll Tide, right there. It's a lot of people who became Bama fans in 1992 because it was. Simeon, they started waning a little bit when Coach Bryant, fell and folks started jumping off the bandwagon and Auburn started having a little success. Because when I came to school, Auburn had a 4-game win streak before we beat them, my red shirt freshman year. I mean, red shirt, it was my sophomore year.
Yeah,
they had a 4-game streak going. So, but hey, welcome, Maniac from Salt Lake City. Right there. Let's go back up to Samuel Pittner. Good morning to him coming in from Virginia. His cousin John, who is his best friend, had been a Tennessee Volunteer fan and a Dallas Cowgirl fan. and he was a Redskin fan, Samuel was. So he decided to roll with Alabama in 1989. SEC championship. We were 10-0, Simeon, in that season. Number 2 in the nation, and lost to Auburn in Auburn. They were 7-3. First time ever in Auburn.
Could have
If
won
that game
two
had been at
natties.
Legion Field, if that game had been at Legion Field, we'd have spanked them.
Why wasn't it in Tuscaloosa?
They didn't play any games in Tuscaloosa at that point. They didn't play in Tuscaloosa for another decade or something. It was crazy because it went to Auburn, then it went back to Birmingham for a while, for Alabama's games before it ever came to Tuscaloosa. So yeah, it was crazy. So, but anyway, let me see. We got Jacob Powell. Jacob Powell now resides in Columbia, South Carolina. Found his love for Bama from his grandfather. He was a he was a Bama guy before he went home to heaven. My dad's family, Jacob Powell's dad's family, is all from Phoenix City. Wow, that's Auburn country, and some from Bruton, Alabama, which is kind of lower Alabama, not kind of, but lower Alabama. So big Auburn contingency there. And they all love Auburn. So he was the black sheep of the family, went against his dad and family and followed his grandfather's love. And now I've passed that passion to my son, hoping to keep that Bama love going for generations. So Simeon, you'll love this. He said when my dad was preaching, he had the whole congregation praying for me because I was a Bama fan. That's Jacob Powell talking there. Well, I mean, Jimmy, isn't it pretty neat? Before we go to any other one, tell us a little bit about your. I mean, people are going to assume you became a Bama fan because of me, but was there a moment, or do you remember? Because I told you we were going to have some that said, "Man, it's sort of like when you ask them when they became a Christian, they're gonna say, I was born a Christian." There's gonna be some that say I was born a Bama fan. Timothy Robinson by birth. Listen. I got baptized when I was a baby. Original washed away.
I would just say, I mean, I've been an Alabama fan since birth. I really haven't known any differently, or never ever really even tried with any other fan or any other teams or anything like that. But there are two things I remember: the SEC championship game where Tim Tebow started crying and Alabama beat Florida on the sideline. I remember that in Mark Ingram doing the Gator chomp. So I was like 6 when that happened. 6 or 7 or something like that. And then the national championship game where Mark Ingram had the houndstooth gloves and he held his hand up like that and it completed the A.
Yeah.
I remember that. Those are probably my two times that I remember.
Your earliest memories that you personally experienced. That's interesting. Yeah, that's awesome. We got King Thor jumping in. King Thor, first time I think we've heard him respond. He says he listens on YouTube. He's from Otaga, Alabama. Simeon, he was born an Alabama fan. See, there you go. Yeah. Is there another fan? Is there another fan base? I mean, come on, Martin. That's Rodriguez Carlisle. I'm from Newbern, Alabama. I was raised to be a Bama fan, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Roll Tide. Oh my goodness, Simeon, you remember the land we purchased and sold? Yeah. It was in Newbern. We almost been now. Rodriguez lives in, I think, Jacksonville, Florida now. Rodriguez, we sold it because somebody came back and offered. My kid's mad at me, but someone came back and offered me a lot more than I paid for it, like in a year and a half. So, but we did purchase some land there. Another neat story, Simeon. T.R. Miller is in Bruton, Alabama, where Jacob Powell's from. So it's kind of weird. Look at some of the connections we have just by sharing just a little bit of the story. My freshman year, we were playing T.R. Miller state championship game. We had them 4th down, and I don't remember the exact number. It was 4th down and 22 or 23. They got the first down. We had them, and we're winning. Ball game's over if we get it. They had the ball 4th down and 20 again on the same drive. Our guy, one of our DBs, Instead of knocking the ball down, he tried to intercept it. Because if his deflection, it caused it to change for trajectory and landed in the T.R. Miller guy's hands, and they got the first down, went on to score. And then we tried a 50-something yard field goal and missed it. But that's how we lost state championship to T.R. Miller. So I got connections there. And then, of course, I had the connection to Lisa Rawls. But here's a neat one. Miss Pittner, Simeon, she said, we did not always follow college football. And her son, Samuel, who we read earlier, who became a Bama fan because his buddy, his best friend, was a Tennessee fan and a Cowgirl fan, as he called it. And he was a Redskin, so he had to go the opposite. Was over one day, and we got to talking about it, and he said he was following Alabama and said he was enjoying college football so much better than NFL. So basically, I myself decided after our discussion, I'm a Bama fan, all caps, for life. And let me tell you, I've gotten a lot of flack because I don't live in Alabama. I didn't know that was a rule to be a Bama fan. Miss Pittner, it's not. I promise you. I promise you it's not. Welcome to the Bama Nation and Maniac Nation as well. That was just a few of them. I'm sure we'll get a few more as we move throughout. Jacob Powell, dad, I'd ask him how old he was because I was just trying to figure out. Jacob, you need to ask your dad if he remembers that T.R. Miller game where they broke my heart. I still struggle with that, Sim. Closing thoughts, Sim. It's been a fun show, and we'll keep that question going tomorrow. You got any closing thoughts?
Yeah, no, just super excited and like cool to see these Bama fan stories, the Maniac stories and stuff, and how we're all connected. We're not that far from being, connected to, even though they live several states away from us now.
Yeah, this is really cool. As we wrap up, my family, Timothy Robinson said, my family are all Bama fans. He said he was born there. He was a Bama fan by birth. I had no choice. My first Bama memory is Stedman Shealy TD run versus Auburn. He was 5 years old, Simeon. And Jacob Powell's dad had told him about that game that I just described against T.R. Miller. It was legendary, man. I mean, I'm telling you, because we had a losing record, Simeon, going into the playoffs.
Y'all did?
Yes, and made it to the state championship game. It was a crazy season. So anyway, we'll wrap things up on the other side. We'll have Scotty Hollins, Executive Director, Blueprint Ministries, with the Harvest Church Christian Moment of the Week. Keep those comments coming, guys. We'll be back here tomorrow to talk more about it.
Coming up on The Game with Ryan Fowler.
Coming up on the Wednesday edition of The Game, we'll talk to Aaron Torres, Fox Sports national analyst. We'll talk to Bill Conley. He's got some strong opinions on the college football playoff expansion talk. We'll start 2 p.m. right here on The Game with Ryan Fowler on Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC, your home of Alabama Crimson Tide Sports.
The longest-running sports talk show in Tuscaloosa. The Game with Ryan Fowler. Weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on Tide 100.9 and 1230 a.m. WTBC. And streaming worldwide on the free Tide app.
Here's what's trending on the Tuscaloosa thread.
Good Wednesday morning. Here's one of the top stories we're following for you this hour, brought to you by Spiller Furniture and Mattress. November's general election governor's race will be deja vu. Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville and Democrat former Senator Doug Jones will square off in a repeat of their U.S. Senate battle 6 years ago. Click TuscaloosaThread.com for more West Alabama news, sports, and weather coverage all throughout the day. It's absolutely free. Don Hartley, Town Square Media, Tuscaloosa.
Tide 100.9 traffic.
Tuscaloosa traffic now from the Townsend Nissan Traffic Center. It remains wide open and favorable conditions on your Tuscaloosa freeways for your Wednesday morning ride. We are traveling nicely on 2059 between Buttermilk and Joe Malisham. Also looking good on Skyland Boulevard. Not seeing any severe delays from McFarland to 69. Just pretty basic intersection slow rolls there at the intersection. With your Tuscaloosa traffic now Now, I'm Tammy Thomas.
This report is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.
If you're looking for a great way to spend the day on the water, Redline Power Sports rents pontoons on Lake Tuscaloosa by calling 205-737-7425.
Save more at Townsend Nissan. Sentra, $195 a month. Rogue, $288 a month. $6,000 off Pathfinders and 3 years of free oil changes. Townsend Nissan, your family in the car business.
Why pay full price when you can customize and save? Switch to Liberty Mutual, and they'll customize your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. For more info, visit libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Where they do that at? If you're looking for the ultimate experience in electronic bingo, head to Bama Entertainment. We've expanded at our location. Now with 2 buildings, not just one. Come for our mystery wall cash drawing Monday through Thursday, every 30 minutes. On the weekend, live entertainment or DJ. Ticket drawing for the jackpot wheel spins and cash giveaway. Don't forget about our double jackpot payout up to $5,000. Great atmosphere, outstanding customer service. Where they do that at? Bama Entertainment, where the odds are always in your favor. Take exit 45 off 2059, sponsored by Red.
What does it mean to advertise and do your marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa? Melissa started her business in 2014. What would you say to someone considering Town Square Media Tuscaloosa?
My experience with Town Square Media has been awesome, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. I think that this is the first time in my marketing experience that I've been able to see my return on investment. I would definitely say in the past that has not been the case. In this, I like knowing that that's 100%. A lot of the marketing we've done has been radio. You guys have so much more to offer than that, whether it's, websites from targeted marketing to radio. You are kind of a one-stop shop, and it makes doing marketing so much easier. So I would definitely recommend it.
For more info on marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa, call 205-345-7200 or click on Advertise with Us on our website.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
Here's your Tuscaloosa and West Alabama forecast. Warm and sticky here right on through the end of the week. Scattered showers and storms are going to plague the forecast each day. Better coverage of rain and thunderstorms as we move through tomorrow and Friday. Clouds here today with a chance of showers and storms. 87, 68 the low tonight. Scattered thunderstorms for tomorrow with a high 86 and 83 on Friday with numerous showers and storms in the forecast. Richard Wedding of the Weather Channel for Town Square Media, Tuscaloosa.
It's 72 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Welcome back to the Martin Houston Show, the sound of Bama sports. Your show, your team, on your home for Alabama sports. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Welcome back to the Martin Houston Show with Martin, Xavier, and Simeon. It's been a fun program this morning as we've kind of relived some memories, did some fun Would You Rather, and now it's time for Scotty Hollins, Executive Director of Blueprint Ministries. And hey, some of us may be like we became Bama fans. We don't remember when we became a Christian. We just know we love Jesus. And some of us think we're there by birth, but you have to make a decision. And we're going to ask Scotty Hollins to encourage us how we can incorporate our faith into the boardroom, the classroom, where our chosen field of play. Take it away, Scotty.
Thank you, Martin. Hey, we want to continue on our series, True Greatness. Everybody wants to be great, Martin. Like, I think when we just, if we were to ask, anyone, hey, what's your goal? Everyone would at the core of what their response it would be, hey, I want to be great. And the question is, what is greatness and what is true greatness? The disciples, a couple of them had that as their desire, as their goal to be great. And long story short, I'll wrap, do a little quick summary. Jesus perceived that they wanted to be great, but they were pursuing greatness in all the wrong places. And so what he said was, he said to them, hey, you guys, as my followers, as my children, you don't pursue greatness the same way as everybody else. He says in Mark 10:43, he says, not so with you. Instead, whoever wants to be great among you must be your servant. And whoever wants to be first must be slave of all. For even the Son of Man, speaking of himself, did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. And so the question is, what do we do with that? First of all, I'll say this. When our Savior, when our Messiah says, hey, that this is the definition for greatness, I'm just say this, man, we got to listen up. If he's saying, here's true greatness, then whatever he's telling us matters. And so, so funny, Martin, I'm reading a book on the life of Paul by Chuck Swindoll. I'm going through that with one of our former players and a group of coaches. And I just read a chapter that talked about these three things that should that every believer should be walking in. And it's, first of all, and I think it aligns right here with this, and I'll wrap it up. He says, first of all, we should all be finding our identity in Christ. You know what I mean? And like that should be for all followers of Christ, our identity should be in him. So in other words, we should see ourselves through the lens of what he says about us, right? And also through the lens, through which, he has lived. And when we think about, look at his life, if he's telling us to do these things, but look at the blueprint of his life. And so it says, we should find our identity in Christ. And it says, this is a life well lived, the person who finds their identity in Christ. But second of all, then they find their mission in him, right? That because their identity is in him, their mission is in him as well. And then that allows them to live a life of purpose for him. Okay. So what I want to say is, man, when you think about this passage, he gives us a great foundation from which to find our identity in him. You know what I mean? But also really more so to live out our mission for him as servants. And that's where we find that purpose.
Yeah. One of the fun things that I teach on is servant leadership. And that's what you're talking about. He who wants to be first shall be last. He who wants to be last shall be first. And I love the identity thing. And I tell people, they often get confused. They're like, man, I can't figure you out. I said, it's because you're not starting with the right identifier. I am a Christian. I'm a Christian who God chose to be a black man born in America who loves out football. If you try to put any of those before Christ, it's going to mess you up. If you figure me out from one other or filter or one of those other things, it's just going to mess you up. So I tell people I'm proud of that identity. And then I try to be the best servant as I can. And God will he'll exalt those who humble themselves and humble those who exalt themselves. So I want to try to walk in that servanthood. Don't always do it, but I try. Tell them where they can find you, Scotty.
Absolutely. Go to www.blueprinttuscaloosa.com and then message there. Come straight to my email.
Hey, man, that dude right there gets it. That's Scotty Hollins, Executive Director of Blueprint Ministry. If you're ever looking for someone to come in and challenge, encourage, and help your people find their true identity and that true mission and calling, Scotty can help them. That is Scotty Hollins, Executive Director of Blueprint Ministry. Thanks for another challenging word. I'm Martin Houston. That's Simeon Houston. Thanks all of the maniacs for jumping in today. What's the Lord always in, not doing understanding, and all your responsibilities. Roll Tide, everybody.
A dedication to last throughout the years.
Thank you for listening to the Martin Houston Show on your home for Alabama sports. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.